Hello students. So we've been working on cause and effect essays, and we've been mostly looking at this style of graphic organizer and how to organize our ideas about cause and effect when we're talking about different areas, different countries, different regions, different communities, and how they are affected by climate change. I would like to walk you through this cause and effect graphic organizer with the topic of climate change in Vermont, and then we're going to use this to outline an actual cause and effect essay. After we outline, I hope that you're able to write your own cause and effect essay on climate change in the area that you chose. Specifically for this, we're going to be working with what you did on Tuesday. So whatever country you were focusing on Tuesday, we're now going to use here, and we're going to work on writing an outline based on what you did in the last class. So let's take a look at the cause and effect essay here. So as you can see, I wrote in the middle that my topic or my problem is climate change in Vermont. Okay, so like I've said before, sometimes the cause area is very big. It can be very scientific, it can be very hard to understand what the causes are of certain things. But effect is oftentimes much easier to work with when we're talking about climate change. It doesn't involve as much research because remember, we probably won't be in the computer lab as much for the rest of the year. So you won't be able to research as much, but you can probably write from your own experience and your own ideas when you focus on effect over here. I'm going to be focusing more on effect right now, so we'll start with that. So I have that climate change in Vermont, one of the effects of climate change in Vermont is there's a lot of rainfall. There's tons more rainfall now than there was 100 years ago. So I'm gonna look at my first effect of climate change in Vermont is total rainfall has increased. I'm gonna use a nice present perfect here. Okay, now I don't know why that has happened. I don't know the cause of this. I'm sure that if I research, I can figure it out, but I am not entirely sure about the cause of this, but I can talk about the effect of it. So keep that in mind as you do your own cause and effect graphic organizer. Another thing that has happened is storms have gotten worse. That's another effect. And again, I'm using the present perfect. Storms have gotten worse. So that might connect here. I'm not sure yet. That might be something that when I'm doing my outline, I might want to put together, but I'm not quite sure how this is going to go yet. So I'm going to keep them separate for now. But this is just a reminder that you can group things together later. Another thing that has happened is warmer and shorter winters. So the winters in Vermont have become warmer and they've become shorter. Not like in the past where there was months of winter, and the season was certainly a lot longer. We can also look at there being much hotter summers, which kind of goes along with our warmer and shorter winters. So we also have hotter summers. Okay, so as I look at this, I can see that one of the effects of climate change in Vermont is that total rainfall has increased. I also know that storms have gotten worse. I know that there are warmer and shorter winters, and I also know that there are hotter summers. So because I'm focusing on effect, I might want to think about what some of the causes are of these. Well, we learned that global warming is often responsible for higher temperatures of the earth and for changing some of the weather. So I might put over here that one of the causes of all of this is global warming. Now, I don't know what causes, like I said before, total rainfall to increase, but we do know that global warming is responsible for very different weather, very bizarre weather. So right now I can put that here as kind of my general idea of my cause. But I feel personally that it's much more difficult to write from a cause angle than it is to write about the effects. So what I'm telling you is you don't have to worry about filling in everything. It's okay to not fill every box. I'm all right with not filling it, so you should be all right with not filling it all in. Okay, so because I have more effects and I only have one cause that I'm really not sure about, I'm going to make sure that I write my essay on the effect side. So this is the end of the first portion of our lesson for today. Feel free to go back and to listen to this again to help you use your graphic organizer for your essay on climate change.